Okay, tonight I start a new series. This series is about 99% raids, so the raids that almost got there but didn't quite make it. Sometimes we'll talk about why the raid actually failed. These can be sometimes just bad luck, or other times there can be some flaw in the strategy. But they're really useful raids, just as useful as 3-star raids, because you can see how to take apart a base. And usually with a bit of tinkering on the clock or something like that, you could have actually got the full 3 stars. The first in the series, this is a raid by Ivan. Ivan is just a great raider. Historically done a lot of hogs, but does all sorts of things. One of the things he does really well is his southern teasers, where he uses his hogs to take the back end of the base. So this is a raid which sort of demonstrates that technique, and I think it's a really, really good one. And I think he just got a bit unlucky on this raid, to be honest. So let's have a look at the raid. So first up, so he's dropped 2 balloons to take out the cannons. Now, this is pretty interesting as a technique. So he's taken out the cannons, dropped a balloon and a minion behind, just in case the balloon didn't quite take out the cannon. So that sort of gives you some sort of sense of, that's sort of a bit of a safety play. And by not dropping the minion later, if the minion was dropped later, the minion would take lots of damage and you wouldn't take it out. So that's just a bit of a safety play to make sure you take it out. Now, then what he's done is he's dropped 3 hogs to go to the cannons. Now, why is that a good idea? Because he's going a bit deeper into the base, and with a bit of luck, you can see the space around here, he'll score some skeletons, and that's going to help his hog raid a lot. Because people often try and hide sort of the skeletons without a lure, but he's taken out the 2 cannons with air, but then he's used a fast troop to come in, and that way if there's any skeletons in this area, he will trigger them, and he'll also include them in the lure as well as the CC troops. And you see here he's actually triggered skeletons, got a lava, a balloon, and some skeletons in the lure, and so he'll draw them to the south, where they're with just an archer. Nice of them just to place this out of any range, makes it for an easy lure. Drop some barbs, drop some minions, and that way, and minions great when you're fighting a lava or a balloon in terms of a CC kill. They're not taking any damage through this period, or maybe a little bit, but not much. So then they pop, take out the little lava pops, take out the balloon. Now what he then does is drop some wizards, and the reason he's clearing these out, so when he drops his heroes and his golems, they'll go straight. So he drops his golems, got some wall breakers, this will pop, the golems will come through here and come in, drop the Pecker and his king, and they'll all go straight because he's cleared out with his wizards, rages them through. So he's got a fairly good hybrid army going through the centre there. A couple of golems to protect his heroes, freezes both infernos, and they're going through. Nice and straight, all very good at this stage. And then he drops his hogs to clear out the back of the base. Now, unfortunately, he's been a bit unlucky here, as the king's decided to go right. If the king had gone left, he would have 3-starred. Just been unlucky with the building break timing. But the king's gone right. Maybe there was a skeleton over here that might have been what drawn it. We might see that later when we look a little more closely. But something's drawn the king right, and therefore that frees up this inferno to tackle the hogs. If he dropped the hogs this side, he would have been in luck, but he just picked the wrong side, I guess. So the king's come over here. I don't see any skeletons, but something's drawn them over. And so the hogs have come through here, but the inferno's hitting the hogs because the king broke right. So the hogs take out the inferno, but the hogs, if the king had been here, the inferno would have been drawn by the king and the barbs, protecting the hogs, and they would have gone through the back of the base. Hogs are great for clearing out the back of a southern teaser, because often people don't put traps, don't put big bombs, they'll all put them in the front. They'll often run heavy splash through here and a bomb type splash defense here, and so you can often run hogs through the back if you want to get your 3-star. So that's the technique he's using. He was unlucky in the sense that the king broke the direction he did. There might have been some skeletons here. I'm not quite sure what drove them. I didn't see any skeletons, but somehow the king broke right. That left the Hogs open for the Inferno, and that's what stopped the 3-star. So you'll find he times out at 99. He's very unlucky with this raid. You'll see as he goes through, Hogs coming over, finishing these ones. He's just got this elixir store with some minions and a hog, and then he's got the barracks. It's gone. He's got the barracks to go and times out. So pretty unlucky on that raid. Really good technique, and I think it's something that's applicable to a lot of southern teasers where they haven't got a lot of bombs in the back end.